So they win. They created a narrative in which no Prime Minister could survive in. They all hounded Boris out of town, and sadly, he gave them the ammo. So this is where we are. Rishi Sunak so slick that his campaign video was ready to go within moments of his resignation from the cabinet. A campaign video launching his candidacy for Tory leader, which must have been in production before he quit as Chancellor on Tuesday night.
Do we confront this moment with honesty, seriousness and determination? Or do we tell ourselves comforting fairy tales that might make us feel better in the moment but will leave our children worse off tomorrow? Someone has to grip this moment and make the right decisions.
I don't know about you, I prefer fairy tales. His team said it was literally put together in 2 days. Yeah, right. So next up, it's former soldier and chair of the Commons Foreign Affairs Committee, Tom Tugendhat, who has chucked his hat in the ring. In the past, he's actually openly criticised Boris Johnson. He said, "I've served before in the military and now Parliament. Now I hope to answer the call once again as Prime Minister. It's time for a clean start. It's time for renewal." But this is what body language expert Judy James said about him yesterday.
And he's got one big disadvantage, though, for a politician. He's got very large eyes. Now, the eyes are the window of the soul. And it's very difficult to lie when you've got large eyes. So I would advise him to keep the glasses on.
I'm more worried about the size of his forehead. Other than that, I don't know much more about him. Now, another one I know little about is Kemi Badenoch. Now, she's put herself forward. Now, I have seen some very impressive speeches in the House of Commons, and she has served as a Minister for State for Levelling Up Communities and Minister of State for Equalities. Then there's Suella Braverman, Attorney-General for England and Wales, another one who I don't really know much about, but by all counts is very impressive. She's not in the Cabinet, but she regularly attends its meetings. In fact, she was the first to declare her bid, and she did it even before Boris had resigned. Now, those who expected to come forward are Sajid Javid, who wanted lockdown harder and faster over Christmas and mandatory jabs for employees. Remember that? Unfortunately, he chose to make a personal statement in the Commons after he resigned from the Cabinet this week, which was seen as in bad taste. There's Liz Truss, who backed Remain in the referendum. Her interest is expected in the next 48 hours. Then there's Trade Minister Penny Mordaunt, who has been touted as a future leader, some saying that she could unite right and left. Unfortunately, when she was Equalities Minister in 2018, she made the statement that trans women are women and trans men are men. No, Penny, trans women are trans women and men are men. Trans men are trans men. It's quite straightforward. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a trans woman, by the way, so own it. She also sought to bring in the right for trans people to self-identify as male or female without a medical diagnosis. Make of that what you will. Others include Ramona Jeremy Hunt and Brigadier Nadeem Zahawi, who was given the top job of Chancellor and then stabbed Boris in the back. And, of course, there will be others. So within 6 years, we've had 3 different leaders, all from the same party. Every time we ask these people to do some work, they change leader. We, the British public, deserve better. We need to set a law that doesn't allow political parties to continuously do this. No wonder the country's in a mess. It's ridiculous. The rest of the world simply can't keep up. It's an absolute joke.